Hey, what's up, guys? I'm gonna have to make this real quick. Camera's getting to where it won't hold my recordings. I plug them into my computer. It says 0 bytes on the video file. I don't know what's going on with the damn thing. Maybe going flying out the window tonight, so I don't know. So bear with me. I do want to show something here. I got some Powerball ammo that came in today. This is from a subscriber of mine. He sent this to me. It's Casper 7106. The last video that did not stay recorded, I couldn't, said there was 0 bytes on it after I pulled it to the computer. I did an unboxing, so I lost that. Sorry about that, guys, but Casper 7601, he sent that to me. He had watched my video on the HST ammunition, and he saw where I said I wanted to try some Powerball for my 45, and so he PM'd me and said, man, I got some I'm not going to use, would you like to have it? And yeah, and so he sent it to me. I thought that was really nice of him. So he doesn't have any videos up yet, but judging by some of the comments he's made on other videos, and that he obviously has an understanding of firearms, so there's probably some knowledge there to share, so hopefully he'll make some videos someday. Another guy I want to give a shout out to is Tactical Farmer. Guys, if you have not seen any of his vids yet, you would really behoove you to go over and check some of his stuff out. He is very well versed in what he talks about and in how he covers his subjects or subject matter. Plus, he's got some really nice 1911s. He's got the same type of 1911s I want to have someday. And he's got other guns too. And like I say, he researches his subjects real well that he talks about. Plus, you know, he's a farmer, and he throws in some snippets about you know, some of his farm equipment and what he does. You know, some 3 or 4 minute videos every now and then. And so that's to break up the monotony. You know, and I like things like that. So if you got other hobbies, you know, throw them in there. Chrome Freak Mike does that down in Florida. He'll take his camera to his job site sometimes when he gets a break, and he'll throw up a few minute video about what's going on. I think stuff like that's interesting. So that's just me. Maybe you might not like that, but I mean, at any rate, I really think you would you'd like Tactical Farmer's channel too. So once again, thanks, Casper. I appreciate the ammunition, and he also sent me some Q-tips and some I think they were called lip gloss applicators, and I've already put them up. I'm sorry, but to use on the weapons. Yeah, we use Q-tips and all kinds of feminine makeup applying material to clean our firearms. And hey, the shit works. You know, when I was in the Marines, you know, we use Q-tips and pipe cleaners, and I still use pipe cleaners, and I smoke a tobacco pipe, guys. And I do smoke that from time to time, and I use pipe cleaners still. So use whatever you can, and some of that stuff is really good for it. Yeah, some people say, "Oh, Q-tip will get cotton down it." Then you dig the shit back out. It's very simple. It works great. It gets in small places. Anyway, okay, moving on to what the video is really about, guys. I had somebody ask me what I thought was the most important factor in determining a carry firearm. Now, this was a couple of weeks ago, actually. I've been meaning to do this video for a while, but I've had other things that came up. And depending on who you ask, guys, if you ask 6 different people, you're probably going to get 6 different answers. They'll range anywhere from what is the most comfortable, what is the most concealable, what you can handle the easiest, what is the most reliable and the most controllable, who makes it, the manufacturer. My personal, and all of that stuff comes into play, and I'm not saying it doesn't, but for me, when I'm considering a primary carry, the first thing that comes to mind is caliber. Okay? My favorite caliber to carry is a 40, and it's vastly becoming, and I'm sure will be a 45 as well. I do not carry this yet. I don't have my holster in. As soon as it's about another 2 weeks out, when it gets here, I will rotate this in. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm very comfortable after 200 rounds. It's going to be fine. But 40 really and 45 is my primary carry, is my preferred carry calibers. I'm not comfortable carrying less than a 40 as a primary carry. Now a 32 or a 38 as a backup, yeah, sure, no problem. I don't have a problem with that. You're going to slap that onto an ankle holster and let it go. That's fine. But as a primary firearm to carry, I want a 40 or above. And there's some logic behind that. Now I know that there's some guys out there right now thinking, hey look dude, it's all about shot placement. Okay, back up. I'm not saying that that's very important. I'm not saying it's not. But here's the deal. So don't, just bear with me here guys. If you find yourself in a position, okay, to where you have to pull your firearm for defensive purposes, whether it be due to a home invasion, whether it be due to a threat coming up to you on the street, in a store, wherever, you feel that you have to draw your firearm. The last thing most people, unless you are very experienced or a very cool customer, it's not going to be like you're at the range and you're like, okay, here we go, breathe, boom. It ain't going to be like that, okay? Your heart rate's going to be up. You're going to be pumped full of adrenaline. You're going to be excited. You're probably going to be very nervous. Okay? You're going to be under a lot of stress. Shot placement is pretty much out the freaking ballpark at this point. Okay? Now, I'm not saying you still can't hit your target. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying, though, is where it may take, with a 45 or a 40, it may take 1 or 2 rounds to dispel that threat. It may take you 5 or 6 with a smaller caliber. Okay? Now, I am somebody of the belief that you keep firing until the threat is dispelled, but you may be able to get rid of it in 1 or 2 rounds here. Whereas this one, it may take more. And that is because these are a little bit more forgiving. And what I mean by forgiving is this. With a larger caliber firearm, okay, as a personal defense, it's not, shot placement is not as essential as it is with a smaller caliber. Now let me re-say that. I'm going to say that again. Generally speaking, I know a lot of people out there heard what they wanted to hear. Listen up. With a larger caliber firearm, generally speaking, shot placement is not as essential as it is with a smaller caliber. Okay, I'm well aware of how important shot placement is, guys. I was with a buddy of mine hunting a few years ago, and I sit there and I watched him drop a 240-pound buck at 165 yards with a 22 in one shot. Does that mean I'm going to grab a 22 and go deer hunting? Hell no. That's not the optimum weapon for it. With a well-placed shot, will it get the job done? You bet your ass. I'm not saying it won't, but I'm saying this is going to be a little bit less forgiving if you're not dead on. All right? Now that's my personal opinion. I may be dead wrong about that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the smaller calibers would be better. I don't believe so. I've seen a lot of stuff that I've done while I was in the military, stuff I've done since I've been out. Pretty well sure myself when I say that ain't the case. But at any rate, that's my number one determining, or it's not my number one determining factor. That's the first thing I think about. The other stuff comes into play too, guys. I mean, comfort, yeah, you want something that's going to be comfortable to wear. Understanding that all revolves around a holster. Hence, that's why I exclusively use crossbreed holsters, because to me, that is the most manageably comfortable holster that I can find, or that I have found. I've tried Colsters, I've tried Comtacs, I've tried a couple of other in the waistbands, you know, and they're very good products. I'm not saying anything wrong about none of those. There's another one out there that looks a whole lot like a crossbreed, except I think you can change the Kydex on it. What is it? It's not the Comtacs. There's another one. You know, not Super Tuck, Max Tuck, White Hat holsters, I think. I don't have any experience with those. Got a buddy of mine that does, and he has since ordered a crossbreed. Okay, he doesn't use that anymore. He uses a crossbreed. So I don't know. Go figure. But at any rate, I've never experienced one of those, but holster makes a big difference. When I put a crossbreed on, guys, I don't have to fidget it. I mean, it stays right there. It reminds me that it's there. It's not so comfortable that I forget it's on. I've heard a lot of people say, man, I want something that's so comfortable I don't even know it's there. I don't. If you forget you got the damn thing on, you're going to forget it the wrong freaking time. Okay? I.e. going to the bathroom, I.e. stretching, whatever, you don't forget it. The thing, it lets me know, I'm aware that it's on me, but it's very comfortable, okay? It doesn't pinch and poke me. I don't have to fidget with it. I can sit down in a vehicle. I can sit down at a booth at a restaurant or something, or in a chair, and I don't have to worry about it. It stays put, okay? But I'm aware that it's there, so it's manageably comfortable or manageably uncomfortable, however you wanted to phrase it, and that's why I like them, okay? You know, my primary carry is this XD40 right now. This will come into the rotation. Sometimes I'll pick up my wife's Glock. Usually if I'm going to keep it in the vehicle with me or something, or if I'm just going to go in real quick, because I do not have a holster for the Glock. Her holster is formed to her body style, and I'm not going to, you know, which is slender, sexy woman, I'm not going to have it stretched out to overinflated beach ball. So I've got to get a holster for that. You know, I'm thinking about trying one of those Ragsdale holsters. It's an all leather, but it's made a lot like the crossbreeds. It's in the waistband with those type of clips. And Pete and some other guys really seem to like them. So I'm thinking about maybe trying one of those for that Glock, because I don't carry her Glock a lot, but sometimes I do. Sometimes she carries this. She has a holster for this. Of course, she has a holster for her LCP, which is a micro clip. It's now I do wear it because it's appendix carry. But anyway, I'm getting off subject. At any rate, guys, you know, it depends, and I apologize, but it depends really on your personal taste. For me, the first thing is caliber, okay? And so that's the answer to that question. I know this is probably kind of a boring vid to you guys. A lot of this stuff matters, but I did want to show Casper that I got the ammo, and I really appreciate it, dude. Thanks a lot. I wish it had held while I did the opening, but it didn't, and this may not either, so we're going to find out. So I don't know, maybe I need a new memory card or something, I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure it out. That's it, guys. Shoot when you can, shoot safe, and I will talk to you down the road. Later.